back to our doubleheader in the SPBL today. We now have the Ball Hogs versus the Blackfriars, and we're starting off with a technical foul here because Sam Satterwhite from the Blackfriars was very late. We had Jacob Brooks shoot that free throw, and he made it to go up 1-0 before the game starts. And Jacob Brooks is a new name to you, I'm sure. Jacob is the brother of Garrett Brooks, who is unavailable for this game today. And the Ball Hogs are going to have to try to use him to take down the Blackfriars.
Yeah, it'll be interesting having such a key player fill in. The tip off.
Jacob wins the tip, and Jacob is a very similar player to Garrett. They are twin brothers, and so very similar in body style, body frame, and
like going for a post up.
So he's going for the post up right away. It'll be interesting to see how he meshes with this team, having no chemistry with them. He misses that first shot, and we have Sam with the rebound. And this Blackfriars team is supposed to be one of the best teams in the league. They did fall to the Scrappers in their last game. They are 1-1, but going to be 2-1 pending a final victory against the Grave Diggers that is unfinished. But Sam Satterwhite has been a big addition for them. He's their MVP so far, possibly the league MVP. Him and Chris are right now the front runners probably, and Garrett is also in that conversation, but Garrett isn't here today, and it's up to Jacob to fill in for him.
Can we count Jacob's stats towards Garrett?
I mean, right away, that is 2 points for Jacob, and I'm sure Garrett would like that. No, Jacob is a very good player, and he's well known around the league, and some say he's even better than Garrett, so this could be a problem for the Blackfriars. And the Ball Hogs themselves have not been a bad team at all this year. Coming into the season, it was really the Scrappers and the Blackfriars are seen as the top two teams. The other three had mixed expectations, to say the least, and the Ball Hogs have probably exceeded expectations the most out of the three.
Are they? I think. Yeah, they should be.
Chris questioning us on technology.
Come on. We're professional crew here.
I mean, who do you think we are?
Not our first rodeo.
So,
big size up here. That guy's like cross.
Josh, over to Jacob. I'm trying to say Garrett every time, but it's Jacob. They look alike and they play alike, and it's 4-5 points early on for Jacob once you include that technical free throw he made. But like I was saying, Sam Satterwhite's been a great addition for them. He's really their MVP, and Nate Briers and Joe Kina have really been the worst team in the SPBL history so far. And having Sam Satterwhite join that team has been a welcome addition for them. Also, Stephen Kina from the Scrappers. And there it is, Jacob right away. 7-0, 7 points for Jacob. This could be a blowout. I mean, this is not what you expected, but I wanted to say that the Ball Hogs, they've been a welcome surprise to the league. They've been performing well, and this is their chance to show whether they compete for a championship or not. And back over to Jacob. Jacob right away down the paint, fouled.
I'm loving the aggression I'm seeing from Jacob early. I mean, he's just taking it to them, and he's 7 points, about to be 9 if he hits the free throws.
And that's what you expect out of him.
Pushing the pace, yeah.
Being Garrett's brother, that's kind of like what Garrett would be doing, and let's see if he can hit free throws a little better than his brother. There it is. 2 for 2 from him already. 8 points for him, and no one else has put a shot through the hoop yet. No good. Sam Satterwhite with the rebound. He's bringing it up. Blackfriars early on offense is a bit of a struggle here. Sam going to pull up very deep and misses that. It's a bit of a settle, it seems. Just trying to get some points on the board. Yeah. Can't get it to go.
They're kind of feeling it out right now. 0 for 3 on their 3-point attempts. All from different players. I'm curious that they have Sam guarding Jacob. I would think that they would put Steven on him because of the physicality.
Yeah, and that was actually a point of debate. I got the chance to speak with Steven before the game and talk to him about the potential matchups, and he said that he didn't know who was going to be guarding Jacob. It was probably going to be either him or Sam, but the fact that they didn't have a game plan set coming into the game is probably telling in terms of how well they prepared for Jacob here. Sam takes it in and gets fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. That's the first point for the Blackfriars here. 8-1.
Great free throw shooting day for the league.
Misses the second.
Great rebound
Steven
from
with the board, though. Steven puts it back up. Misses and cleared out by Jacob. Jacob pushing it up right away. You can see that, and then that is a Brooks right there.
That is a Brooks.
Now Jacob seems to be a bit more willing to shoot than Garrett, and also I heard that he has dunk potential on him. We could be seeing a dunk if he gets out in the fast break today.
A lot of contact there, but
good defense from Nate Briers there, and it's Blackfriars' ball. Stops Jacob in the paint, and that's what the Blackfriars are going to need. You know, Jacob, just like his brother, will want to go into the paint, and Nate is that line of defense for them down there, and if he can stop Jacob from scoring down there, it'll be a good day for the Blackfriars. Jacob slowing it up. Sam sounded like guarding, but not very intensely. He's
hands down.
Hands down. I feel like Jacob's gonna try to drive in at some point on Sam, and
nice cut.
Luke Briers.
That was a really nice cut.
Yeah.
We've always known that about him, though. Very active player.
Timeout early on from the Blackfriars, and it is 10-1. Jacob having scored 8 points and got an assist for the other 2 just now.
He is doing it all.
Yeah, that, and you know, when we think about Garrett, who would be in this spot normally, I don't know that it would be much different, to be honest. I mean, Garrett is also a fantastic player. Last game against the Mystics, he had 44 points and 23 rebounds. He fills up the stat sheet for sure, and it looks like Jacob's doing the same here early on.
Yeah, there's a bit of a change in storyline because we were seeing maybe 2 of the MVP head-to-head candidates, and then since Jacob's out, but since Garrett's out, excuse me, we're seeing an MVP performance from Jacob.
Yeah, right away.
A lot of Brooks, a lot of Briers.
And like I said, the Ball Hogs trying to prove that they can be a championship contender coming into the season. That they definitely were not viewed as a top 2 team, but they played like one for sure. Their only loss coming as a close one to the Scrappers. Luke with the steal on the Steven pass. Yeah, he read that one all the way through. You saw him running over before the pass. Even left Steven's hands. Jacob setting that screen for Luke, back over to Jacob. Jacob is going to take it into the paint. Oh, pulls up from the free throw line, misses, gets his own rebound. And that's that hustle. He's so quick and has long arms. He's able to really affect plays. Luke misses that shot. And that is one of the few possessions that have not ended in points for the Ball Hogs. Jacob's guarding Sam pretty well here, and
good box up from Luke there.
You got to imagine that Sam, who's an MVP candidate, he will be bothered by the length of Jacob, just like he would be bothered by the length of Garrett. Both of them are very long and fast and good on defense. They put a lot of effort in, lots of stamina, and it really is that's really a great asset to have in this league.
That's a key point you bring up. They're both guarding each other. So offense and defense, they're going to be getting the same amount of run.
Sam gets the switch. Gives Josh Briers on him. He finds Joe off the rim, and Joe misses. Get over to Nate. Nate with the board. Nate with Jacob on him, backing him down.
Oh, good move.
Goes for it. Fouled by Jacob. That
was a good move.
Going to the free throw line. That was a good pump fake from Nate.
Yeah, Nate's been asking for it, and he got a chance, and he's at the line.
Can't get the first one to fall. Still 1 point so far for the Blackfriars. Misses the second as well, misses the rim, so it will be Ball Hogs' ball. It was going to be their ball regardless.
Lane violation?
No, it didn't hit the rim.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like...
Ball Hogs' ball regardless, and Jacob will bring it up. 6 minutes in and 0 field goals made for the Scrappers. I apologize, for the Blackfriars so far. And that's going to have to change. They won't have a chance. Luke pulling up from deep, misses that one. Over to Joe. Joe kicks up to Steven. Steven on the fast break, one-on-one with Luke Briers. Jump stops, misses the shot, and cleared out by Josh, who will be pushing it back the other way.
Yeah, tough start for Steven.
Josh from deep misses. Jacob gets the rebound over to Josh, who turns it over. And, you know, Luke had that one good finish. Oh, Sam kicks over Nate. Great pass, great finish. And that is what the Blackfriars need. And that was honestly not expected from Jacob, not being able to get back on defense there.
I mean, he's asked to do a lot. He's the biggest guy to guard Nate, but he's also guarding Sam.
And Jacob is going to have to be the center of this offense. You saw Josh and Luke each miss a couple of threes. The only bucket that they made is when Jacob fed Luke a nice pass on the cut. So they're going to need him to be the center of this offense. Jacob from deep. Oh, banks a 3 in, and that is 13-3, a 10-point lead.
The bank is open on Sundays.
And I said he was a little bit more willing to shoot than his brother, and you know, the shot didn't look great, but the result, he'll take it. Tries to close out on Sam. Sam misses the 3.
Nice board from
Steven. Steven with the rebound back over to Sam. Sam misses the layup, and Luke gets the board up to Jacob, going right at Nate again. Steps back for 3. No good. Rebound over to Joe Kima.
You got to take that. You made the last one.
He was feeling it a little bit.
Got to roll the dice.
Sam keeps falling from deep and misses again.
Great board.
Sam needs to start getting some shots to fall. There's a layup for him, and that'll make it 13-5 with 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Nice board from Steven Kina. Ball Hogz has to do a better job of boxing him out.
Jacob with the ball, 5 seconds to go. He's going to try step over for 3 in that left wing. He likes it. That left wing, just like how Neil in the last game on the right wing. I mean, the left wing is Jacob's. And a little bit of a clock issue maybe. They're thinking maybe put a second back on the clock. But stepped over to the left side and hit that 3. That was... some confusion here with the clock, but it looks like they're adding 1 second back on.
Point. Oh,
I think
1 second. Is it 1? That's 1 second.
Yeah. Oh wow! Throwing the ball in the middle of a few heads and a TV at a dangerous pass.
Yeah, it was... Oh, we had to take the timeout.
So
all right, well,
I think they are taking the timeout to advance the ball. Or okay, now they decided not to take the timeout. Now they are deciding to take the. All right, there's some confusion here as per the rules, but they want the ball advanced, so they're going to use the timeout to advance it.
Right. That's what I was assuming.
And now they have 1 second, see what they can do with it. Using a timeout
They
to
said
do
they
it.
heave it.
And, I mean, it almost worked out for them, but you know, that is really a fantastic first quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, 16-5.
Jacob Brooks. I mean, that was not at all what the Blackfriars wanted to do coming out in this game. Having just come off of a loss to the Scrappers, really want to get back on track here, and that is not at all what's happened so far.
I was expecting Jacob to come out, but not like this. I did not expect him to take control of the game. I mean, Ball Hogz have been control the entire game. The Blackfriars have kind of been settling. Really, their only offense is from second chance points. In terms of adjustments, I don't really know what they just need to get going on offense. Really, I think they need to feed Nate more. Maybe have him have more presence in the paint, and then when they double Nate, because they are doubling him, he can kick it out to other people.
Yeah, definitely getting Nate down in the paint, get him some looks down there is going to be crucial for them, especially since Jacob is guarding Sam, and Sam you have to respect his three-point shooting. So Jacob can't really help down in there. He's got to be able to take advantage of that size.
If you're the Friars, you got to move where the Jacob's not, and if he's not on Nate, you got to take advantage of that size mismatch.
Right, and then defensively, the Blackfriars have potential on defense. They, you know, the rest of the Ball Hogs can't really do much on their own, and they really just need to have a good strategy of how we're going to stop Jacob. And you saw some versatility from him. He was able to drive in and score. He was able to hit a couple of threes as well. You know his spot on the court. Clearly, he's that
left wing.
Him and Neil on the same floor would be insane.
That's why you hate it when you see someone bank it, like because you know like they got a feel for making it, even though they didn't deserve it.
Yeah,
like then it just
and he gave him some extra confidence. And he came down and hit another one. So right away, just really great performance in the first quarter from Jacob. Blackfriars really needed to focus up on him offensively and defensively.
Did Joe switch to headband mid-game?
I think he did. I did not see him with a headband on in the first quarter.
The bold strategy.
Sam with a layup over Jacob. That's a good take.
That was a nice take.
16-7. Need a spark here from the Blackfriars after that first quarter, and that's a good start for them. Jacob trying to control the offense here, sending Josh over. Josh wants that shot. Kicks it over to Jacob. Jacob in the paint, and you see him get triple teamed, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. He still gets the ball, and he's upset at no foul there. Jacob goes and gets another rebound. This is unbelievable to watch, but Nate comes away with it. Wow. Joe with the ball, directing traffic. Nate
open three.
Top of the key. Back iron. Jacob with the rebound.
Not a bad look, but they are forcing them to settle. Like, obviously, the Ball Hogs want them to take that shot. It's open.
It's so early on; they don't necessarily need to start hitting threes to come back from this. They have time to work with, and we saw the last game. You don't necessarily need to have threes hitting to be able to score. Scrapper's putting up 51 despite not hitting a three for nearly 3 quarters. Luke trying to get his brother to come set a screen for him. Drives down into the paint. Over to Josh, his brother. Josh looking for Jacob and poked away by Nate. Lets it go out of bounds. Ball Hogs ball. And something to note, Zach really hasn't done a whole lot this game. Put a bomb for himself. And that's not something that is unheard of for him. And honestly, a lot of times the Ball Hogs would probably rather him take a more limited role in the offense and let their Garrett/Jacob take over.
That was really good defense there by Nate Briers on his brother Josh.
Steven gets the layup around up over Jacob, but unable to make it.
Oh, Jacob's in the move.
Going right at Nate. Finds
nice
Josh.
Pass.
What a great pass and a assist right there. I mean, this is just a spectacular showing from Jacob so far. He has 14 points and has assisted on the other 4. Sam for 3. Misses. Zach with the rebound. Gives it to Jacob. And yeah, the Ball Hogs are very content. Oh, Jacob all the way to Josh. Josh off of Joe. Foul on Joe on the body.
Nice outlet. Way to look up from Jacob. Or, yeah, Jacob. Definitely not Garrett.
You would be pretty crazy for mixing up Jacob and Garrett.
Yeah, that'd be embarrassing. Couldn't be me.
Josh, no routine, just puts the free throws up and makes them both. The
quickest free throw shooting.
This is unbelievable.
Nothing but net. Screen from Joe.
Sam needs to get some stuff to fall. Misses that one. Air ball from mid-range. He doesn't tend to take a lot of mid-ranges like that. Sam is going to pull from really deep again.
Really deep.
He keeps pulling some deep threes, and they're not falling. And this is my first chance getting to see Sam Satterwhite in person. Potential league MVP, and he does not look like one so far here today.
Yeah, he's having a little slow start. I think he'll get back into MVP form, but cold from the outside.
Definitely has been a struggle trying to get good looks from threes. Been forcing some really deep ones and has not made one yet. Jacob misses the first. Makes the second. 21-7, a 14-point lead for the Ball Hogs. Sam looking for something here. Gets Zach switched onto him. Zach, a good defender, but has his struggles. Sometimes Joe misses the mid-range. Timeout, Ball Hogs. Up by 14. 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. And we mentioned some adjustments that they could try to make. I think the Blackfriars just really needed to find a rhythm on offense.
Yeah.
It's been a really struggle for them to get points. 7 points so far through the first 12 minutes of this game is very underwhelming for that team. A team that has been so good on offense in this league.
I mean, that just speaks to like the ball hogs like team defense. I mean, they have everyone who's willing to chip in and play defense in every possession, and they're kind of just letting them shoot the three, and they're missing. And it's a good strategy so far, as we've seen today. It worked for the Mystics.
Jacob going to quickly see the medical staff, it seems. Might have had a cut on his arm. Hopefully they can get that figured out quickly and get him back in the game and hopefully it doesn't hamper his ability too much.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. He is
the
back.
medical staff is excellent.
That was some quick work from the team. And
they are paid for a reason.
Yeah. And so, as long as he's okay, the Ball Hogs are in a great spot right now. As long as he keeps performing how he should be able to, and he has the stamina to do it, this could be a coasting victory for the Ball Hogs.
It's like directly where your arm bends when you shoot.
But he's not wrong. Free IV. It's oxygen straight into his bloodstream. And if there's anyone that needs oxygen, it's not him, but he will gladly take it.
Is he enhancing?
Is it a performance enhancing injury? Was it intentional? It was right in on Steven being physical with him, and there you go.
I like that.
And it appears to be a switch that the Blackfriars made.
Steven will play very physical in the paint.
And the Blackfriars need that to stop Jacob.
Jacob hounding Nate on the top of the key.
Jacob ready at all times to steal any pass. Joe with the ball. The spinning fadeaway, unable to make it connect, and Ball Hogs ball.
I wonder if it was a permanent switch. The Steven. Yeah, it does look like it.
No.
It
looks like it was just on that possession. Which, after seeing this,
questionable,
should realize quickly that Steven fared better with Jacob driving to the paint. And he has a bit more size than Sam, and he also has that physicality aspect. Great block there from Nate on Josh, and Ball Hogs retain possession.
I think if you're Luke here, you got to recognize that Steven's staying with you and stay as far away as possible from Garrett.
For sure, and Josh too. I think spreading the floor here.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the kind of set that they want to be in. If Jacob gets the ball now, he can roll to the paint for free.
The Friars are really respecting the Ball Hogs' ability to shoot. They're playing far out in every player.
And Sam's not bad on defense by any means, but Jacob is just so long and good on offense that he's able to get around him just like that. And it's really difficult for someone like Sam to keep up with without that physicality that Steven has. Great take from Sam, and that is Blackfriars need that. Sam quickly aggressive on that inbound, gets the steal. Caught the Ball Hog sleeping there. Joe with the ball. Can they capitalize on this free possession presented by Sam Satterwhite? Nate with Josh on him goes right into the paint and takes it. That's exactly what Nate needs to do. When he has Josh Bryson, he has that size advantage.
Yeah.
Go right at
Shows some
him.
quick feet as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was a great move and cuts the lead to 12. 4 points in a row for the Blackfriars, and that's a little bit of a spark here.
A little bit of a spark, but still a long way to go.
Definitely a long way to go. We got 2 minutes left here in the second quarter, and Blackfriars, still not sure why they have not made the switch of Steven onto Jacob. Hopefully, during halftime they talked that through a little bit. They don't seem to be doing much strategizing right now. So
yeah, I think that would also just open up Sam to play harder on offense if he's not guarding Jacob.
Right, and Sam, that's such an important part of their offense that having him use all of his energy trying to stop Jacob unsuccessfully at that is really detrimental to their team.
Yeah, I think that's if I'm the coach, that's definitely what I'm stressing. And then for the Ball Hogs, well, how would you react to that little run that just happened from the Blackfriars? How would you adjust to make sure you can stop any spark?
Yeah, and I think, it's tough for the Blackfriars because they can only put Jacob on so many people at once. They have him guarding Sam instead of Nate, and so far it's worked out for them. But if the Blackfriars continue to attack, they might need to look to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
You know, for someone like Sam, if you have Jacob on him for an entire half and he's struggling to get going, it really hurts his confidence. And even if you have to switch Jacob off of him in the second half, his confidence is probably hurt quite a bit, and it's going to be tough for him to get going quickly in the second half. And then you can also stop Nate a little bit better.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Jacob goes straight and gets hit
Yeah,
by Sam.
There's a lot of contact there.
High speed contact. It looked like Sam swung his arm down on that.
Yeah, definitely.
And got the foul.
I definitely do think there was contact there, despite what the Blackfriars were saying.
Sam definitely disagreed with the call. And Jacob not making him pay for it. Upset with himself.
It's a hard bounce.
Misses both. And,
strong on both.
He's not a great free throw shooter. Neither is his brother. They're, like I said, very similar players. Steven has not done a whole lot this game on offense, but he goes right in on the ball. Hogz there, misses out to Josh Byers. And Steven is definitely not happy right now with the way that he's been able to get going here.
Josh going for the ISO. Oh, wow. What a play from Joe.
Of Josh. Sam going in transition. Blackfriars need someone here. Over to Steven. Steven gets fouled. And one! All right. That is a bit of a streak there for the Blackfriars. And I think, we talked about what do the ball Hogz need to do to stop this little spark, and they haven't done anything so far.
It's a hustle play from Joe right there.
Great hustle.
Getting on the ground for that steal.
Great turn into the fast break between Sam and Steven. Steven misses the free throw. Sam gets the rebound over to Nate, and Nate misses the layup.
Just can't connect. He's out.
Jacob fading away, missing.
A little out of control there, possibly.
A little out of control. I think he needs to get back into his rhythm. I was going to say they got to get it back to Jacob and let him do his thing, but that was not the way that he's been playing most of the game. Nate on Josh again. Nate going straight into the paint. Misses that one. Ball Hogz pushing it again. Jacob wants it from that left side. No good.
Can't connect.
Sam with the board.
Sam pushing it back. Fast-paced game so far. Nice
Nate
pass from Sam.
Misses the layup. Luke clears it up to Jacob all the way, pushing up the floor. 1-on-3. It does not matter. He's going for it. And is stripped by Sam. Great defense there in transition from Sam on the driving Jacob. 30 seconds left in the half. Nate misses the turnaround hook. Ball Hogz with the ball. Up 10 with 20 seconds to go. 10-point game here, and I'm sure they will want to hold for one shot. Keep it at least a 10-point game going into the second half.
Oh!
Josh Byers
Wow.
from 3. And
a steal from Zach.
Oh,
I imagine that one is.
Oh, 3 seconds still. Oh.
Awkward.
Oh, half a second.
What a steal from Zach there. I mean, just a bunch of things just happened. We had the 3, steal from Zach.
Great 3 from Josh.
Yeah.
That is one of the only baskets
That's
all game
gotta
that
hurt.
has not been produced by Jacob
Yeah.
in some way. Josh pulls up from 3 and makes it. It looks like Jacob does not want to play the final half a second from the half. Delay game warning. This is a lot of time.
They're advancing it.
A lot of time being taken to end the half. Give someone a half.
They almost
shot.
need a tip shot. Oh.
No good. All right, halftime arrives, and it is 26-13 with the Ball Hogz doubling up the Blackfriars in the first half. just like the first game, this is not really what was expected coming into this game.
Yeah.
And there will be a question as to whether Jacob is a lot better than Jacob is a lot better than Garrett, his brother. And while he has played very well so far, it is very similar play style to Garrett.
Yeah, it
And
is. It is.
It's, I'm not sure if the Blackfriars will be faring much better against Garrett himself.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. They do plays very similar. And, I mean, honestly, that last three was just like, that's got to suck. Because they started gaining momentum at the end there. And that three just kind of 13 points, just like double your score. And then also just a low scoring half for the Blackfriars, 13. I mean, I don't know the league average, but I feel like it's below it. And they're probably a high scoring team. They have a lot of offensive firepower.
Yeah, Sam with only 5 points in the first half is really not good for the Blackfriars. Someone who is supposed to be league MVP potential.
Excellent defense from Jacob.
Excellent defense from Jacob. You have to give him his props there, and the Blackfriars really need to find a way to get him going and continue to rely on him and Nate moving forward in this game, because Nate has had some success of his own in the paint. But this is where the Ball Hogs proving that they can compete, whether it's with Garrett or with Jacob, or as long as they have a Brooks on their team, they will be able to compete with the big guys in the league. Blackfriars and Scrappers supposed to be two of the top teams in the league, but both of them today at risk of falling to two teams that are definitely seen as inferior coming into it.
Yeah, exciting doubleheader with the 1 and 2 teams, and it is not looking anything but routine. Or scrap what I said, but you know what I mean.
Right, and they both just played each other. It was a big game between the Blackfriars and the Scrappers, with the Scrappers coming away with a victory in a hard-fought battle, we're
joined here by our head referee, Chris Kina.
Head referee, commissioner, and recent loser, Chris Kina.
Also league MVP.
We were discussing, Blackfriars and the Scrappers had a very big game just recently in each of your last games. You guys came away with a win, but that game had so much anticipation built up around it. Two of the best teams in the league, and you only get to play each other once during the regular season. So it was a big game for both of you. You came away with a win, but it looks like both of you might be kind of in a bit of a lull after it, struggling to get going against two teams that you would think would be inferior on paper.
Yeah, Carson Braswell said it best. He said this is a trap game for us. It's a quick turnaround after our big expectations game last Thursday, and this is our first 12 o'clock game, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to recover. Weren't as locked in as we normally are with our game plan, and it definitely showed out there today.
Yeah, and with this game, we were discussing Jacob's been absolutely phenomenal, and he obviously plays a very similar style to Garrett, so there will obviously be a question as to having him over Garrett, but it does seem like the result wouldn't be that different. Being up by 13 here is quite a big deal for the Ball Hogs, and Garrett would probably have them in a similar situation based on how the Blackfriars have attacked them so far.
Are you surprised at all by Steven not guarding Jacob?
Yeah, it is a little surprising. Steven, he's kind of stayed away from some of those tougher guard matchups or ball handler matchups this season. I'd like to see him get involved more. He's a great defender. He guarded the best ball handler on the other team for the Scrappers last season just about every game. So I'd like to see him do that a little bit more. He's a very versatile player. Obviously great down low too. So you can put him on those.
We mentioned his physical tools, like he can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, he's showed great hustle today, getting back on a lot of those fast breaks. So that's always good to see.
Yeah, and he did get switched on to Jacob at one point on one possession, and he defended him very well, stopped a drive from Jacob, and we actually thought that they were switching to that full time, but they went right back to Sam on him, and having Sam on him also takes energy away from Sam and doesn't have that energy on offense now. So I think a little bit better game plan from the Blackfriars would really help them out here.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, looks like we're about to get back into the action.
Shout out to Chris, the commissioner there, head referee of this game. Been a well-reffed game so far. Couple calls that were argued, but overall it has not been the driver of what this game has been.
Nice drive.
Sam gets aggressive on the first possession. Can't get it to go, but I like the aggression there from Sam, taking it in instead of settling for those threes that he has not made yet. And Blackfriars offensively looks a lot like what the Scrappers were doing in the last game, but they have not had the defense to accompany it.
And one.
That's an and one from Jacob.
It's just a blow by there.
Sam struggling to stop Jacob here.
Yeah, Jacob got him baseline and just put his body in front of him, took the contact, finished well. Textbook move.
Jacob struggling from the line, but at least he made the layup. And if you're the Blackfriars, not only does Steven help you potentially stop them, but Steven will probably foul more than Sam, and his fouls will be hard. And Jacob has not been good from the line. Getting into the line is not a bad strategy, as Steven now goes in and gets a layup himself.
Yeah, tough take, strong take from Steven. I think the Friars need to see that.
Friars need to try to pull this back to within single digits. Got to build it with stops on the offensive end. Giving up 26 in the first half is not a good look, and Jacob is not going to be slowing down. Luke with the take, no good. Jacob makes sure to get that board. Josh from deep, almost banks it in. Blackfriars, Sam pulling from deep.
Highly contested shot there.
Again.
What a board from Steven.
Steven back in the paint. Makes the layup. It was sitting on the rim for a minute. And he has 4 now in the second half for them. If he can get going, that would be great for the Blackfriars.
That's just a hustle play. Yeah, and Luke had good positioning. He just didn't get up high enough.
Blackfriars still have not made a 3 yet this game. Zach kicks it over to Jacob. Jacob from 3 wants it from the right side this time. No good. Keep shooting from the left, Jacob. Steven bringing it up. He could just take it right in here. Poked away by Jacob. What a good steal. Heads up play. 2-on-2. Jacob going in on Sam with a lot of space. Steven comes to help out to Zach. Zach, who I'm not sure has shot yet in this game.
Yeah, I don't believe he has.
And that's
him. Very physical defense. Man. Wow.
Those long arms, they just...
That was a tough finish. Not much Sam could do there. He played pretty strong defense and just too small.
It's really just a size disadvantage for Sam, and he doesn't have the physicality to make up for it. And the Blackfriars, I'm not sure why they haven't changed up their strategy yet. When Jacob's been just torching them all game.
Zach calling for the ball, not getting it. It would have been a tough pass.
Jacob from deep.
He's on the left side.
The shooting hasn't been as great since the first quarter, but he's still been the focal point of their offense, and he's still a threat no matter where he is.
Nice take.
Nate with a good take.
That was a good take.
That's what you got to keep doing if you're the Blackfriars. Josh cannot stop Nate.
What I've seen, Nate has pretty quick post moves.
Yeah, he has great footwork down there. Very experienced on the post. He's one of the best post players in SPBL history. Josh misses. Tipped out. Steven pushing it hard on Josh. Going right at him. Makes the layup too. Wow.
Steven just puts his head down and you know what he's doing. Can you stop him?
6 points for Steven in the second half already. And hold it within single digits now. Blackfriars with a bit of a run. Zach setting the screen for Luke. Luke drives in, tries to do the same thing, misses his layup. Jacob kicks it out to Zach. Zach over to Luke, and Luke will pull a 3.
Hey!
Takes a 3. Wow.
Big 3 there from Luke. You know, Friars starting to gain more momentum, and then bang, another dagger 3. Good pass.
Sam from deep misses again. And at some point, if you're Sam, you got to think about the lack of success that you've had. What a fantastic pass and finish. How did that get through Nate and Joe?
Somebody needs to step up.
I believe that was Luke with that pass. That was crazy. Sam misses it, and Jacob on the other end getting a board.
Holy cow.
Jacob is all over the place. He's flexing right now. This is unbelievable. Josh, 1 of the 3. We won't take it. Goes in. Finds Josh. Josh with the ball. Josh going to put it up and in.
Jacob is just doing everything.
Sorry, Jacob, not Josh. This is unbelievable.
This is like one of the best performances I've ever seen in the SPBL, and it's only third.
I think he's accounted for over 30 of the ball Hogz points.
And a rip.
Just
doing it.
Unbelievable to watch.
Nice take from Steven. Steven's really played
Time out from the ball
well this
Hogz after
quarter.
that. Steven with 8 points for the Blackfriars this quarter, but it has not been enough.
He's really
Still
played
down
well.
by 14. The lead for the ball Hogz has grown in the second half, despite the offensive performance coming on for the Blackfriars.
Yeah, I mean, the story of the game is just Jacob, and it still is. He's just everywhere. We just saw him like on back up, steal, rebound, score.
Yeah.
He just does everything.
He is everywhere on the court at all times, and you really think about that Brooks archetype, how valuable it is to have it.
It is an archetype.
And it would be great if we ever got Jacob to join the SPBL full time. Next year if Jacob ever joined, having Jacob and Garrett going head to head,
that would be great watch. Or even a team up.
If Jacob and Garrett team, I don't think the league would allow a Jacob and Garrett team up. That might be a little too much for the league to handle.
The Brooks versus Briars would be a great storyline.
There is word that this could be Nate Briars' last season in the league. So what if we could have the Brooks and Briars? But that would be taking this ball Hogz team and replacing Zach with the other Brooks brother, which the ball Hogz are already clearly pretty good. Not saying that Zach is a downgrade from the Brooks, but
not saying that.
I mean, he is a bomb threat at any time.
He could drop a nuke.
Ball Hogz ball. Up by 14. Jacob gonna slow it up here a little bit. Looking for some movement from the Briars brothers. Luke coming around on a screen. This ball. He's moving. Tries to go around and loses it. Gets the ball back. In what world? An inadvertent whistle from Michael Roberts. That could be a point off of his referee resume. Dave Kina, another referee right here for us. Josh from deep. Oh, misses the bank, and Sam's going to push it. But Jacob already catches up to him. Sam trying to keep him behind him.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez.
Holy.
Jacob can play defense from behind, that's for sure.
What a block. What a chase down. He's LeBron.
Yeah, this is just so tough. I mean, how are the Blackfriars supposed to get points when if Jacob's on you, you just got to give in? Joe decided to shoot the three.
Hey!
Bang from Joe. Flashes the three, and that cuts it down to 11.
Friars are seeing Joe and Steven step up.
Josh does not want to give it to Jacob, but now he picks up his dribble, looking for his brother Luke. First called a 3-second violation. Defensive 3-second violation. So Joe Kina, his brother, was sitting in the paint for too long.
We have a substitution.
And we have Garrett here.
Yo, Garrett.
He's here fresh off of his disc golf tournament. Well, so not a great performance from Garrett's disc golf team, but you will be happy to hear that his basketball team is doing fantastic. It is the third quarter. Yeah, it's been a fantastic game so far from your brother Jacob, playing just like you, and he's been very effective doing it. I think Jacob's got about 26 points, and yeah, it's been a great game so far.
Oh, nice pass. Great feed there from Jacob, and a nice finish.
Luke.
They were firing on all
Luke a little
cylinders.
bit limping on the way back. Nate from deep misses the three. Jacob with a rebound. And I think I mentioned Jacob, I think, has 26 points right now, which means he is currently tied with the Blackfriars in terms of points, outscoring them by himself. Nate does not foul. Jacob going inside on Steven. Steven physical and is able to stop him. That's that defense that the Blackfriars need. And I don't know if that was a possessional switch or if that was something they're switching to now, but
Got 10 seconds left on the clock.
Jacob fouls Sam. Sam at the line for two, misses the first. 13-point game. Sam makes the second one, brings him up to 27, and the Blackfriars do have more points in this quarter than they had in the entire first half. But unfortunately for them, they've only been able to cut the lead by 1 point as the Hogs have continued their offensive performance. 2 seconds left. It was a tip three, so it is offense now. Garrett is over there coaching, telling his teammates what to run here.
Shoot it.
Oh, from behind the head.
Oh.
Man, does not go. And it is a 12-point game now going into the fourth quarter. And this has been the Ball Hogs game the whole time.
Yeah, just
it was
dominated.
a 12-point lead after the first quarter, and it really hasn't changed much from there because while the Blackfriars have been fairly even since then, that really poor start for them has been a hole that they can't dig themselves out of.
Yeah, they haven't been able to string a run together. They've had points, but it's been answered by either threes from the Ball Hogs or just Jacob making plays happen.
And Jacob being all over the court
Yeah.
at all times. And you know that going into this fourth quarter, the one problem for the Blackfriars is that you have no questions about Jacob's stamina right now. He has more stamina than probably anyone else on the court, and so it's not like he's going to be slowing down going into this fourth quarter. And so, the only thing that the Blackfriars can do is try to make a switch. And I'm not sure if they did that at the end of that third quarter, but for their sake, you would hope they did.
I couldn't tell. It looked like they were still maybe just switching everything. Not sure.
Sam struggling from the field. It's been a tough game. But Steven pouring it on in that third quarter for the Blackfriars.
Yeah, he was huge to keep him in the game.
Sam's scoring, and Nate's been doing well in his own right. Really just a poor performance from Sam, someone who we wanted to think was a league MVP potential, but right now this is a bad look on his resume.
Yeah, definitely been a rough game so far for him. But I mean, he's being guarded by Jacob, and Jacob's probably one of the premier defenders, substitutes of the SPBL.
And for sure, you see him out there working on his three-pointer right now, and it's definitely going to be difficult for him whenever Jacob is guarding him. You notice a lot of his threes throughout the game have been deeper than you would normally expect, and that's just the product of having Jacob guard you.
And he's just never safe. That one chase down block was incredible.
Yeah, and he did his best to keep Jacob behind him. He did a good job positioning himself, but it didn't matter. Jacob was there and ready to block it, and he did.
It's like we're getting ready to get back into the action.
Fourth quarter here from the SPBL in this doubleheader, and the Ball Hogs are in full control right now. If the Blackfriars want to do anything to change this outcome, it's going to have to come very soon. Now, on that note, we did see the foul strategy get employed fairly early last game, and it could be employed even earlier this game.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that Zach and Jacob are not known to be good free throw shooters. The Briars brothers are solid, so if you're the Blackfriars, there you go, Steven on Jacob. This could be a full switch now.
Look at the physicality. Possibly. some fouls, but
the refs are letting him play physical there.
Definitely using his hands to push a bit, but I mean the refs didn't see anything I didn't either.
Chris, you hear him call out a hand check there on Steven. He said, "Watch the hand check," giving him a warning. But yeah, if you're the Blackfriars and you see Jacob with the ball, especially if he's driving to the paint, your best bet right now is probably to foul him. Luke gets blocked.
Is that a block from Joe?
Yeah. Joe blocks Luke, and it's Sam. Luke is not even getting back on defense at all. He's upset about that call.
Oh gosh.
Blackfriars with the bucket, cuts it to 10. Over to Jacob. Jacob down to Zach. Zach. I think that was his first shot attempt of the game, but it doesn't even count as a shot attempt. It was a foul on Joe. So 2 shots for Zach, but like I mentioned, this is probably the best strategy for the Blackfriars coming into this fourth quarter here.
First time seeing Zach at the line.
And yeah, this is the Ball Hogs weakness for sure. Jacob and Zach from the free throw line.
They definitely get some concerns coming down the stretch if they can't make these free throws. Then they might rely on Josh and Luke to knock some.
Like I said, yeah. So Joe might have 5 fouls, which is a tough spot for the Blackfriars to be in.
Wow, good hands from Josh.
Especially when it comes to the fact that you want to foul them down the stretch. Jacob over to Josh. He will pull from the corner. No good.
Good rebound from
Zach. Rebound. Garrett. I apologize, not Garrett. Jacob.
Yeah.
Misses the shot.
I didn't even notice.
You could have said it was Garrett, and I would have noticed.
Oh wow! What a steal from Jacob.
Steal, and Sam is not happy. Thinks he got fouled, but that was pretty clean from Jacob. Jacob up the floor in command.
They really don't have to shoot here. They can just waste time.
But Josh will fire up a shot. There's no doubt about that. If there's anyone who will put up a shot, it will be Josh. Sam with a floater, misses. Nate, rebound, puts it back, cuts it down to single digits. 8-point game with 6 minutes to go.
I think the Ball Hogs here have to manage time well. Think about not necessarily stopping aggressive entirely, but be more selective with when you take your shots.
I think if you're the Blackfriars, if you see Jacob or Zach with it in a position to score at all, you gotta just follow them the line.
Yeah, definitely.
If they're not going to make their free throws, give yourself the ball back. And Josh there with a tough shot.
Low percentage shot right there.
And there's no reason to shoot that ball. Sam behind the back to Joe. Joe bobbles the pass, gets it back. Jacob all over him. He's looking for something to do here. Can't get it, and kicks out to Steven. Jacob used every inch of his pivot on that one. Steven misses. Jacob with the rebound. Steven tries to contest it. Calls timeout. And Ball Hogs will have the ball after the timeout. 5 minutes to go. Up by 8. Blackfriars trying to come back here, making it happen a little bit. 4-0 run to start the quarter.
Yeah, I'm actually I think this game's going to be pretty close to finish because I'm not seeing the ability to make free throws from the Ball Hogs. I mean, they could definitely step up and prove me wrong, but I would be concerned right now if I was the coach of the Ball Hogs.
And that's where the Briars brothers will definitely have to step in. Those two can make free throws much better than Jacob or Zach. And so when you're coming down to it, if they're in a position where they're going to be getting fouled, and they will be getting fouled, you got to get your best free throw shooters on the line, because putting out someone who's shooting under 20% from the line is not going to be good for the Ball Hogs' chance of keeping this lead. And this would be a very terrible way to lose a game.
And they took some ill-advised, quick shots there that they didn't need to take.
Right. Definitely want to be patient. You see Garrett over there on the bench coaching them right now. That's very good teamwork. Jacob, despite the fact that Garrett's not playing, Garrett will coach up his team that has Jacob playing instead of him, and hopefully it pays off for them. Coming out of the break, Ball Hogs ball. We got the bomb threat right in front of us. Luke over to Jacob. Jacob,
quick shot.
Oh,
wow. I mean,
That's his third three of the game, and if that's going to
tough.
go in,
That's tough.
2 bank threes
Maybe it's
for
not
Jacob.
meant to be. Maybe it is not meant to be for the Blackfriars today.
That is a brutal way for the Blackfriars to go back down to double digits, having just caught up and being down by 8, not allowing the Bullhogs to score otherwise. And one from Nate. Oh, man. Luke fouls him, and that's
a little pull the chair action.
That's the offensive production that they need out of Nate, and that was a great shot there. Garrett is unhappy.
Garrett is unhappy. I do think he did pull the chair successfully there.
Someone toss him.
Garrett is unhappy, saying Nate tripped, but it looked like there was some contact.
There was contact.
Dave with the mop job.
Not as good as Josh, but
not as good as Josh for sure.
But a fine mopper.
And I think the league commissioner would rather have Dave on the mop right now than on the scoreboard. So we're okay with where it is right now.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Dave for mopping today.
Nate trying to make it a 3-point play, and he does not. Oh, Steven boxed out Jacob really well, but does not get the ball. The ball went right to where he would have been.
They do not need to shoot here. Right off the rip.
Now, Jacob has a lot of confidence right now, clearly, coming out from that bank 3. Josh goes right in, and I mean, you don't have to shoot, but if they're going to give you an open layup, you're going to take it. Sam goes up to Steven to get the ball back. Steven goes behind the back to Joe, but misses out of bounds.
Hopefully it was recording. Hopefully it was. We'll see. If not, welcome back.
And out of bounds on Jacob. It looks like he might be on the lines confused. I think Chris came to check the battery.
Okay.
Blackfriars with the ball. Steven going into the paint, misses that layup over to Zach. And it's still an 11-point game now. Ball Hogz going right down the court. Josh taking it to Nate. Holy cow.
Another quick shot there.
Very quick shot, and not a great shot at that. I respect, trying to go down and get a good look, but if it's not there, you have no rush right now. Sam going in on Jacob gets the
nice move.
Reverse layup to go. Yeah. High off the glass.
You had to do something. Scored quick.
They're trapping Zach and they're going to foul him.
Oh, they did.
Timeout call.
Timeout call.
That was a close one. Zach picked up his dribble in the corner.
Not where you want to pick up your dribble, but it worked out.
Especially not Zach.
He kept his composure.
9-point game, 3.5 left, and Blackfriars seem to have a strategy here. They're going to be aggressive on defense and try to trap. And if they can play their cards right and follow the right guys and have the Ball Hogs miss some free throws, they can come back into it. Their offense has been much better in the second half.
They definitely can. I would just urge the Ball Hogs just be slower on your possessions. You don't need to take a shot in 10 seconds.
Right. The Blackfriars, after putting up 13 in the first half, they put up 14 in the second quarter and then 8 already here in the fourth quarter. Offense has come alive, but they got to get some stops on defense, and that can come in any form, whether it's a missed shot or missed free throws. Luke over to Zach. Zach with the ball.
Zach would be a guy to foul.
Zach going in and misses the layup. That is,
it was an open look, but it's not maybe the guy you wanted to take it.
Especially in a crunch time right now when you need to be efficient. Nate with a rebound and puts it back and in. Nate, really having a great game.
This game kind of slipping away from the Ball Hogs.
They got to be smart on offense coming down here. They had the lead, and right when Garrett showed up, honestly, they kind of started falling apart. Jacob Williams, 2 good shots. I believe that's code for don't have Zach shoot right now. Luke,
I think it's wise.
And it's also code
be selective with your
shots. No fadeaway shots from Josh. Josh misses a reverse layup. While he was open.
The Friars are not fouling. They have no reason to be shooting.
Ooh, out of bounds and another mistake from Sam. Still Still no made threes from Sam. The only made three from the Blackfriars today is Joe Keenan. Luke gets the ball, and they call a foul on Nate as he tried to.
I hate that pass if I'm the Ball Hogs coach.
Jacob thought that Nate had 6 fouls, but he actually only has 2. So not quite.
Almost the same.
Probably getting close to the bonus here, but not yet. So probably a good thing that the Blackfriars did not send Luke to the line. One of the only guys that can shoot free throws for that team. A little over 2 minutes left, a 7-point game. Steven on Jacob. Steven tried to defend him all the way to the hoop. And Jacob with a bad pass there.
Oh,
Steven
they're down.
looks like he might be hurt. Jacob went in there with the pass and he might have elbowed Steven on accident. Out of bounds.
We have an injury.
Out of bounds, Ball Hogs ball. Steven is down, but he's getting back up.
Not sure what happened. Definitely a collision at the end of that pass.
Maybe the wind got knocked out of him.
Yeah, that's likely.
Doesn't seem to be.
Looks like he's moving around fine.
Yeah, he seems just out of breath right now. So hopefully Steven's okay for the Blackfriars, who just came down and missed a shot. And it looks like it's going to be Ball Hogs ball coming out of this little break here. Blackfriars are going to need to make the most out of their possessions the rest of this game, needing at least 7 more points to come back in there. Actually, it's going to be Blackfriars ball, not Ball Hogs.
That's what I've been saying.
That's what we have been saying. Garrett coming over, upset that his team is shooting the ball so fast, and like we said,
we couldn't agree
be
more.
Getting smart shots here with crunch time. Sam going right around into the paint, gets the layup, misses it.
Tough play.
Jump ball? Jump ball, he gets the jump ball.
Call is a call. That is true.
Ball Hogs are not happy about the call.
That is true. Call is a call.
Sam is very happy about the call.
I do think that was maybe a peer pressured call.
Yeah, I do also think that
Oh, okay.
Chris overturned.
A call is not a call.
Chris is saying it was an inadvertent whistle. Michael did make the jump ball hand signal, but at the same time, it could have been a foul.
Garrett telling him not to shoot that.
Zach, Garrett is not happy. Garrett is not happy.
They're
Garrett threw
risking
his
the
hat.
game.
Someone's
Wow.
tossing.
Over to Steven. Steven going in the paint, gets the layup, and makes
And
it.
just like that,
5-point
5-point game.
Ball Hogs cracking under pressure here with a minute and a half to go.
They do not need to push the ball like this.
This is the
What are they?
closest that it's been since it was
And it
5
hurts.
to 1. Sorry, closest it's been since it was 5-0, I believe. Steven makes another layup, and it's a 3-point game with just over a minute left. And Garrett is not happy over there on the bench. I'm sure Garrett wishes he was in there right now. A whistle was blown. No signals were made. Chris is signaling for a blocking foul. They tried to trap Josh. Sam is
I think they need to get the ball to Jacob.
not happy with it.
They're not happy at all
David
about that
is
call.
not taking Sam's shit.
There was a lot of contact.
Taking with the ball. Oh,
Joe coming over the top.
Taking over the top and hit it out. It could have like rolled off from Jacob's fingers, but
Possible.
in a scenario like that, I always err on the side of Joe clearly hit that ball, and that was the reason it went out. And so that's
You just got to think if the Ball Hogs lose this one, this would be a tough loss to swallow.
a really big collapse. And it would really call into question,
The decision
Jacob-
making.
the decision making, and what has happened to Jacob here in this fourth quarter? They have 5 points. Jacob hit a 3 earlier, and that's it. Other than that, he hasn't been able to do anything on offense.
Ow!
Goes in to the paint and misses the layup there. Sam with the ball.
They are not fouling it. I don't know why they're shooting.
Sam going in the paint. Kicks it out to Nate. Nate
For the tie game.
No good back iron. Luke with the rebound over to Sam. Sam has not made a three yet today and misses that one. Nate with another rebound over to Sam. Sam into Steven. Steven gets the layup and makes it.
Oh, is Luke all right? I do see Luke holding his head. Let's hope he's all right. But injury timeout.
Do they bring Garrett in?
If they could bring him in for anyone else.
It is a 1-point game. Hopefully this does not go to overtime so that we can continue the broadcast here. But we got a 44-43 game, 22 seconds left from this one. And it's really been a collapse.
It's almost been hard to watch the last couple minutes.
And we knew that the Ball Hogs had to be smart with it and that they weren't great free throw shooters. But it hasn't even had to be free throw misses because they've just been missing shots quickly.
This is a lesson of what not to do when you have the lead. Textbook.
Yeah, and I think this really is a problem for them, the fact that Garrett's not playing because
Garrett seems like to know what to get. He knows what to do. And he's trying to.
Garrett is a very smart player, and I think he would be doing very well right now in this scenario, really guiding his team, and he's trying to do his best from the bench. But Jacob hasn't been performing probably in the way that Garrett would be in this same scenario. Into Garrett, and interesting, they might they foul. Sorry, Jacob. They foul Jacob with 18 seconds, and
probably a smart foul. Do they have one to give?
No, that's
looks like
foul.
shots. Okay,
2 shots.
Probably a smart foul. Yeah, I don't think Jacob has made maybe more than one free throw. He missed one.
He made one to start the game on the technical, and misses that one. So, right now you're in a position up by 1. If this one misses, you really need to stop on defense. You can't. All right, you can't go down here. This is a really crucial defensive possession for the Ball Hogs. They have led for the entire game. They have led by double digits for almost the entire game. And it is now down to a 1-point lead, the same score that it was to start the game. And call this into question. Right now, if it weren't for that free throw that Jacob made before the game started, it would be a tie game.
If it ends with the 1-point advantage, that would make waves in the league.
After all of this, after all that's happened, the Ball Hogs being in a big lead, Blackfriars coming back, fighting back, and coming back into it, it has been nearly dead even the entire way.
I mean, my heart is like breaking for the Ball Hogs if they lose this. But I mean, the Blackfriars have worked hard to battle back in this game.
The good news for the Ball Hogs is they are 2-1, and even if they did lose this, they are 2-2, sitting at a 2-2 record, which they would probably be pleased with when they first came into the league, because that would mean 2 losses to the Scrappers and the Blackfriars,
right,
which is
paper losses.
Yeah, paper losses, and you win your other games, which you need to win, and you get in the playoffs, and you get to face the Blackfriars and Scrappers again, and that's when it really matters. So they can afford to lose one, but losing one in this fashion would be a heartbreaking way to lose one. Sam with the ball, 16 seconds left. Zach on him. Sam has not made a 3 yet today. Well, he's going to go into the paint. He's trying to draw a foul, misses the layup, and rebound Sam. Timeout Blackfriars with 3 seconds left.
Wow.
Sam missed the shot, was able to get a rebound, and timeout.
Yeah. He got the
Blackfriars.
matchup he wanted. Jacob switched off, but unable to convert the layup.
And so this is going to be tough. Hopefully they have a out-of-bounds play drawn up here, because Jacob is going to be on Sam for sure. Maybe if it's based on out-of-bounds, it could be a potential for Nate, who has a height mismatch. You can get an easy inbound to him.
A quick layup from Nate.
Yeah. So we'll see what they opt with, what strategy they opt with here, but I'm not sure that Sam is the one to go to. And Sam is actually going to be inbounding it, which is probably a smart decision here. Looking to clear out for Nate. Nate puts it up, and it just like that. 1.6 seconds. Jacob needs to put it up from deep, and it is no good. And the Blackfriars come away with a win by 1 point.
Wow, what a game.
Heartbreaking way
What a heartbreaking
for
loss.
the Ball Hogs to lose.
I'm
That
sick
is
for them.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
And the Ball Hogs will be having a rematch with the Blackfriars in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be with Garrett instead of Jacob.
Be interesting to see how that stacks out because
Jacob, who had a fantastic performance all game long.
He did.
But there's no other way to put it. The Ball Hogs collapsed in the fourth quarter.
That was hard to watch.
5 points in the fourth quarter. Really poor work from them. And I can't credit the Blackfriars enough, specifically Nate, with a fantastic game.
Yeah, that was.
And they needed it from
clutch
him.
layup to finish the game.
Yeah, clutch layup to finish it. And all game long, Sam was not providing for you. Joe normally is not a big provider on offense. And Steven in the first half wasn't doing much. He came along in the third quarter.
He did.
But Nate was the one part that was consistent for them. And I think we're going to
get to very efficient game.
We're going to get to interview Nate here really quickly. Hopefully before this phone dies out. We'll scoot in here and let Nate join us.
Nate,
congratulations on the victory. That was a fantastic effort from you, especially down to the wire. It was you guys were down for most of the game, came back in the fourth quarter. Walk us through what was going through your mind throughout, second, third quarter when you guys were down by so much.
Well, it was pretty much that we noticed that when we were running on fast break, which is, let me tell you, it's tough for me, but whenever we're running on fast breaks, we were actually hitting a lot of those shots, and we were getting good shots at the basket when we were running on fast break. So we committed in the second half to running more, and honestly, it really was our defense too that helped because we allowed 16 in the first quarter, and I thought they were going to put up 60 points on us, but they only got 44. So that was it was playing hard defense and locking up, and I honestly think Jacob got more tired in the second half, so it really helped that he wasn't sprinting down at the speed of light.
Yeah, we noticed y'all switched Steven onto what went into that thought process?
Steven's is pretty physical, and so I think that Steven being able to sort of deter Jacob because he's tall, but he doesn't weigh a lot, so using Steven to deter him just weight wise was really helpful. And also, Steven is great at boxing out, so preventing Jacob from getting a lot of those offensive rebounds.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that was a decision we were looking at that we thought you guys would make eventually, and it worked out very well. In the fourth quarter, the Ball Hogs only had 5 points, and that was a huge reason why you guys were able to come back. They had some struggles on offense. I think Steven helping out on Jacob quite a bit was a big reason for that. But came down to the final play. You guys never led the entire game until you hit that shot to go up by 1. You guys called timeout right before that. There were 3 seconds left. Was this a play that you guys had drawn up, or was it just a spur of the moment?
Well, we went into it, and we noticed in both the Scrappers game against us and then earlier today as well, they run an inbounds play where they just cross, and they set a pick, and one guy gets wide open. And it's typically effective if you run it one time because then after that, people know what it is. So me and Steven, right before when we called that timeout, we went to the huddle and said, let's just run that and have Steven set a screen, and then hopefully I can get open. I honestly thought I would be on the block nearest to Sam throwing it in, but it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out great.
And it honestly might have given you a better angle, or for Sam a better angle to pass it in. So taking this game, the Scrappers, you guys just played them, and you fell to the Scrappers in your last game. It was a quick turnaround, and the Scrappers got trapped by the Mystics there. Fell on that one, and it looked like you guys were going to as well. But you come away with a win. So what now are you looking for coming into the second half of the season? You won't be facing the Scrappers again, but you will be facing the Ball Hogs again with Garrett next time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can easily make adjustments like running Steven on Garrett the whole game because Garrett and Jacob are pretty similar players. And so we can just make similar adjustments to that. And I think we have the Mystics, which – hopefully we can still do the same thing that we did in week 1 where we were just leading the whole time. But it's been the last 2 games have been rough. Yeah, they have been bar fights because the first 2 games that we played, they were pretty. They were pretty good because we were leading the whole time. But just these last 2 games have been bar fights from the tip off to the end of the game.
Yeah, and so you guys are 2-1 now, and potentially 3-1 pending the result of the game versus the Gravediggers. So you're in a very good spot going into the second half of the season. and we wish you luck the rest of the way.
Well played. Great comeback.
Yeah,
That was
great comeback. It was an exciting way to go out this game. So congrats on the win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, well, that will do it for us here from the main Cast in the SPBL. We got to witness 2 great games today with the Scrappers falling to the Mystics, but the Blackfriars coming back at the end to take down the Ball Hogs. 2 great games that will really decide the path forward for the rest of the league. And it's clearly a lot more even than we might have thought coming into today.
I'm Will Main. This is Carson Piasek. Thank you, and so long.
See ya.